Time now for Ask the Expert. September is National Cholesterol Education Month. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in America for both men and women.
And today we are joined by registered dietitian Lori Meyer. So tell us, what elevates our LDL and heart disease risks?
Well, you know, there was a viewer actually called in and wanted to find out if we could review cholesterol. And the thing about cholesterol, it's one of the risk factors for heart disease. It isn't the exact cause, but it's still important to probably know those numbers. We know cholesterol itself, when you eat it, it doesn't raise your cholesterol, but there are other things that can impact that. So when we look at total cholesterol, normally it should be under 200, and if you have heart disease, under 170. LDL has always been designated the bad cholesterol. It might not be as bad though, because now researchers are finding that particle size might make a difference. So under 70 if you have heart disease, under 130 if you don't. For HDL, over 40 if you're a man, over 50 if you're a woman. Now, what we just showed is a graphic. There's a new test, it's called the particle size test, the NMR, which is determining this. If you don't have access to that test, if you do have some of your lipid numbers, you can find out based on your ratios if you have a high risk. So for example, you can take your HDL and divide it by the total cholesterol, and if you are greater than 24%, you are going to be at a lower risk. And so the example here, I have HDL of 40 and 200 cholesterol, you're at 20%. You're at a just kind of borderline, so you are at a more of a risk with that. Triglyceride, you can divide that by HDL, and that should be less than 2. Here we have a triglyceride of 120, HDL of 40, you're at 3. So this particular person, they need to make some changes. And so what you asked before, what's causing this? A lot of inflammation. Sugar causes more heart disease than fat, and this is some of the new research we're finding. And the trans fats seem to be the worst of all the fats.
Of course.
So processed foods, American cheese, fried foods. So I have this plate
You
here.
have the plate.
The donut, the
do
chips,
not do.
the fried fish, candy, refined grains. Those are all the things that are actually elevating our cholesterol, our LDL cholesterol, and increasing heart disease risk. But there are so many things that you can do to help to raise the HDL, the one that's going to pull cholesterol out of the blood.
That actually doesn't look good compared to all this yummy, healthy stuff you have.
and
Not even the candy corn.
No, if you set them right next to each other.
No, Courtney just said she doesn't like candy corn.
I don't like candy corn.
Oh, okay.
But what we're really looking at, part of it is the Mediterranean diet, getting more fish in the diet. Those fish oils actually will raise the HDL cholesterol.
So let's talk about it.
Getting fat in general, avocado and olives, olive oil, nuts, these are all really, really good sources. The other thing is getting more legumes, whole grains, vegetables and fruits, as many vegetables and fruits as you can. The real secret here is cheese. There's research that shows that eating a little bit of cheese will actually help to lower cholesterol risk, along with kefir and yogurt. So, you know, healthy eating, that's what it's all about.
Now we get to snack.
Yes.
Thank you, Lori. We love Wednesdays. Got a question for our experts because we learn things too. Email them, asktheexpert@todaystmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. Number to call is right there on your screen.